Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, we are going sowing in this Umbilical tractor, the 6290, one of the wide wheels as you see. So we have our seed in, so we're sowing oats, 12 stone to the acre. And so we're sowing it, and yes, I have a transport box in the front. Why don't I have the stone fork? Well, it's still on the 6480, and I don't have a hydraulic top link, and I have the issues with my spools, so it's not just that viable an option. So I have to go get a hammer in the workshop so I can trip the latch on the transport box so that it'll just pop it down and I can empty stones. So we're just ready to go now, so we will beat on down to the field. It's going to be interesting now. It's going to be interesting. So we're now here in the field. Father Phil is shaking the fertilizer ahead of me there, so it's 1 ton of fertilizer, that's what he's putting out. It's just time to get the drills to hub. What do I need? Maybe a 24. Adjustable. Wallet down to. It's very hard to unfold it when it's up high. So, what's that? So the lift on this tractor is plumbed into the hydraulics of the tractor, or plumbed into the spools, because there was an issue with the chest valve in there that works on the rocker switch and that, so we had to disconnect it. So that there goes into the lift arms then. So yeah, that's just why it works like that. But anyways, have to put this out, put this down somewhere. So that's it. So we leave this up because obviously doing the first run along the hedge, they'll only be in the way. The stones in front of me, I better get them lifted. That's why the transport box, one there, stick there, it's not too much in the way. Yeah, Father Phil's just gone round it there. There'll be a lot of stopping here to move stones. It's going to be the bane of my life doing this field here. Especially over that side of the field, there's a lot of stones. A lot of stones. So I'm only going to pick the ones that aren't in the ground. Anything that's above the ground I'll have to pick, and in the ground should be okay. So now we check to see everything is working. So on the PTO, give it to right amount of the throttle by forking on the shaft. The tractor's only a bit more than picking over. Check all the choppers. Rear. If I spin this wheel, I should get seed coming up. That turns that. Yep. I think we're pretty good to go. If I stop to get out to pick stones, do I have to lift it, go back, and then go again?
Back a meter and go again.
Okay, just double check.
Here, dig up that.
Just wanted to double. I just wanted to double check. I remember from the Massey.
Same thing.
Massey 30.
You lose a meter every time.
Yeah.
Plus when you stop, you dump down that meter of grain.
Yeah.
In the spot that you stop.
There'll be lots of stopping. Yeah, alright, I'll away the camera. So, I want to get my autosteer set up, so I'll mark the boundary of the field. So now it's just a matter of lining myself up, hitting start on that, and it'll start marking. So I'm going to put down the camera, concentrate on what I'm doing, because I want to make sure I get this right. So, yeah. I'll catch up with you when the first round is done. Anyways, all's good there, yeah, no issues.
Down there, have a look and see how much seed you use.
Right. So I have the field map. There's 7.6 hectares in it, and I have 4% done, but I forgot to record the very start round. So yeah, I forgot about that. So I missed the first run, but no one ever. Good. So you'll do about 2 hectares. There's 7.6 hectares in the field. That's according to that marking the outline. So
I don't know, right? Too bad. I'll be down with the seat, you know.
okay. Back up. .540 on the shaft. Maybe a bit weight. Now, onward, my steed. Right, start recording. Back to the drill. Away we go. Very hard to tell where I'm going because I didn't get to mark it on that, so I forgot. Can just about see it, and I'm 2 quarters wider. I'm 2 quarters wider than the tractor, the wheels of the tractor. So there's only 48 centimeters off this tractor being 4 meters wide. Just goes to show how wide it is. But anyways, I'm going to put down the camera, concentrate on what I'm doing. We'll get these rounds in. I have to remember now I have that side down, don't want to hit that pole when I come round to it again. But we get around the field, and then I'm going to create my autosteer AB straight line along the river once I get the round in. And I'm not to put in a tram line on the round. Father Phil says he'll look after that, but putting the tram lines once again in ups and downs. So that's what it is. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do a pretty decent job of it. So I'm just going to put down the camera, get used to what I'm doing, get everything in sequence, so I'm that bit more comfortable. I'll pick it up later when I think I have it fairly well under control, because I haven't done a whole lot of sowing in my lifetime. Not a lot. Anyways, we'll catch up later. So 3 rounds of the field done, 1.37 hectares, plus whatever I didn't add to it because the it never pressed record. But anyways, you're gonna top me up with seed now. It's not gonna take a lot now. Huh? It's not gonna take a lot. Put it up high, yeah. And 1.3 hectares done. 17% of the field. But the biggest issues with this seeder is it won't hold. We're sowing oats and it won't hold half a ton of oats. We had a bag and a half over, but it'll hold half a ton of wheat and just about hold half a ton of barley. That's because they're more dense.
What did you say you had sowed?
1.37 hectares.
1.5 hectares done by the seeder.
Well, that's, I forgot to record. So there we go. That's what I missed out on. I had a recording.
The seeder is more accurate than you are, so.
Huh? Yeah, the seed, but that's because I forgot to press the button.
See, I didn't forget to reset the clock.
No, I seen it was at 0 anyway, so.
Oh no, all these things happen magically. Isn't that right?
That's it, exactly. Anyways, we get filled up with seed and we'll get back to it. We kind of hopefully get out in the middle of it, get going a bit faster. Maybe.
I'm going to drive a little bit faster. So is running a little bit faster.
I'm in 2A there, but the tractor's eye ticking over at 540.
So in 2D.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like breaking it and ringing you saying I broke it. I don't think that'll go down well, would it?
If you break it, we'll fix it.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they just stay away whenever I try. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts every time. With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I disappear. No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Sitting lonely in my room again, acting like I'm innocent. Why do I try? 'Cause now I'm feeling like a fool again, thinking I can fool myself by telling me lies, when there's so many things that I keep in my mind. I hang around people.
Now, Liv is with me because she's going to bring home the telly when we're finished, and we'll hopefully all the seed will fit into that, and I'll be full of seed on the way back. So we'll wait for our autosteer to boo up. We only have from there to the corner, so it's not a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's a triangle, so it gets short very, very quickly, which is what you want to hear. So just wait for this to boo up and we get going again. It's going quite well, isn't it? This side of the field is quite nice compared to where we were earlier. Yeah, not picking anymore. So now that is the field done. Now, unfortunately, I've had a few issues with this. It boils down to, I think I said it, I'm working off network RTK from the station at the house, and SIM card that's in this is losing internet signal in this field, so it's coming in and out. So unfortunately I can't tell you percentages and that. I don't even know if I end this, go task, I should be able to go when it loads. I should be able to show you all the lines, or show you a nice neat cool picture. But anyways, we're finished here now, so another 20 acres to do. Not gonna get done tonight, but we will head home, get something to eat and head on, and we'll do an hour or two just to speed it up. Actually, there it is there. So yeah, so it is all covered, but that's the field. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying it didn't record that bit I done, but it's all done, and I have to say, incredibly stressful until I see it up and see that it's in nice straight lines. I'm not going to sleep very well because I'm just afraid I've done it wrong. Everything's kind of went wrong. If I say the biggest thing, if I've done anything wrong that I'd say I've done wrong, I probably have overlapped the headlands a lot coming in and out. Because it's a triangle, it's very hard to get it the way it should be, and then it's taken me so bloody long. It's taken me far longer than thought it would. So I did have a few issues and a lot of stones to pick. There's a reason why that tractor is on the pipes and doesn't do much else. It has a few gremlins. PTO was turning on and off for me, and that's to do with an electrical problem on it. Doesn't bother the piping system because you don't use the PTO. That was the biggest one. Yeah, that was the biggest tractor gremlin I had, was it kept turning the PTO off. As I said, that's a electric's gremlin, because when it does that, it also shoots it into, it also puts it into D in the Dynashift range when it does that regardless. So yeah, annoying, but what can you do? Anyways, we got it done, we got there in the end, and as I said, I'm going to be like, oh, that's not going to go on that yet. It's going to be a bit of a sleepless night till I see it come up and see that everything come up right, my tram lines are right, but no doubt I've made mistakes. I haven't done a lot of sowing, but I have done a bit. But anyways, we're going to get this folded up and we're going to be on to the next farm and get it sowed. And I think I'll just finish this, film all the sowing, because it's not too often you get to see me sowing, or see us sowing, I suppose some might say, the right way. we'll bait on to the next spot. 6:45 in the morning, we're heading to the next farm. Bro's ahead of me with the shaker, and Father Phil is in front with the jeep and the trailer and the telly and seed. So we're going to bait on up to the next farm and get it sown. Well, we're going to get as much as we can sown because we're pretty sure we don't have enough seed. Could be about half a ton short of oat seed. We're sowing oats again. So yeah, a little bit annoying. Anyways, we chase up Bro. So, we're here in the field now. Father Phil's putting out fertilizer. Bro is going to jump in the 99 and run around and take out Father Phil's tracks. So, all I gotta do is unfold, check that my droppers are all working, and my hopper is basically full of seed. So we have one more bag of seed to go, and it's all husky. All the oats we're sowing is the husky variety, which is like the predominant. I can't even think of another variety of oats other than husky. And husky is a winter and a spring oat. Hold on. Alright, Bro. Your dog or two bollocks.
Whether you're here.
Huh? No. I'll shove that in another day. First field done, just on the second round of the second field. There's 1.38 hectares in the first field, or 1.24. Let's remember. Haven't done anyways, so we're out here in the second field. A little bit bigger, more awkward because there's not much straight except for down the end of the house. And I just have to keep going round and round to get my rounds done, because there is no auto steer for the round. But once I get a straight line by the road with the rounds done, then I'll be laughing. So another few big stones out here to be picked. So other than that, not too bad. Tipping away there nicely. So, we're flat out sowing the next field. Auto steer is engaged now. I followed up my two tram liners, or the ridge markers. It's ridge markers you call them. Cycling around the pole there. So we're not putting any tram lines in these two fields. Not over big. And Father Phil will just map it with his GPS in his track, or in the sprayer. Just coming to the end. But that probably is what the biggest downsides I found to the auto steer while sowing is I have to stop recording and stop the auto steer every time I come to the headland on the screen. So it's two-handed and pull the lever. It would be handy if there was a button that could be on the lever that you press and it stops recording and stops the auto steer, and the same to engage it. So that is a little bit of a pet peeve with it now, because it just takes two hands. So in regards to my experience sowing, there was 1 year I sowed Everton with the Massey 30 drill, or 4-meter Massey 30. You haven't really seen except for a snippet in a video this year. So a lot of stuff that year way ahead, and that was the Massey 30 drill is the bee's knees of drills. I just absolutely love it. A bit hard fill, but it'll take the full half ton. You can see every dropper, so if something blocks, you know exactly that it's blocked, because the seed starts spilling out at the top of the trays. I absolutely love that drill. The reason we don't use it anymore is because the disc holders are basically wore off it, and it needs a whole new, basically needs a rebuild. It just was something that was never got around to, and then this was bought, and then we had the issue where we had the compaction on the ground and you could see the tracks, and Predator kind of took a bit of a dislike to it, so we went shaking our crops on. But we're back using it now and it's working. Look, it's working quite well, so this can't really fault it. So I can't. I had one block dropper yesterday. I start that early, you know. Anyways, so yeah, we're working away here, but yeah, I have done a bit, but I just sowing the crops is probably one of the most stressful things that I do, because I don't normally sow. Father Phil does it, and I know if there's a gap in the things, overlaps don't really matter too much, but it's missing them bits is where you get the stick, as they say. You get the piss taken out of you. But yeah, it is stressful. I don't think there's much else to say, so soon we'll be putting the last of the seed in, and when that runs out, then I think that might be it for today's video, and then we'll have to come back to sow the rest of this again. So it's just, yeah, I think we are putting it out 12 stone to the acre, which is quite up there now. There's not two ways of saying it, it's quite up there, but putting out that bit heavy, and maybe putting it out maybe a little bit too heavy, and that's why we miscalculate the amount of seed we need. So at the minute I have 2.6 hectares covered, so when we do this run here, no, I don't need to. But no, I get how and I'll check to see what seed we have, just to get the last of Father Phil to go home and get the spraying done. We're heading off this evening to the UK for some very exciting things that will be on YouTube, so very, very excited for it. But yeah, no, I'll stop ranting and raving, and we'll finish up the video later. We'll see how much we get done. We have this field left to do, and then a big field out there. So hopefully we'll get this field done, and we'll get some of out there done. How much, I don't know. But I will be putting in tram lines out there because it's a much bigger field with a nice straighter line. These fields are just a little bit more awkward with the holes and size of them. So anyways, I'll put this down before I get to the head. In the next field now, marking it out. There's 3.35 hectares in this field. We're flying along here. This field's not in stone, he has other fields. So should be able to make good progress now before we run out of seed. Great, even though it is late, it's a great bit of weather to be getting this work done in. Great bit of weather.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days.
So that is the drill out of seed. So that's me out of time. So heading off at 2 o'clock for the airport to go to this event, which you're going to find out. Oh, very excited. We're out of oat seed. We need another half a ton, I'd say. We got 1.2 hectares of the 3.35 hectares of that field, so just over 38%. You can see there. So it is. I do quite enjoy this auto steering. I haven't given me any trouble today, so it just goes to show. It's just down to the SIM card that's in it. So you can see it's two fingers to see. You can't read. But anyways, that's all that's left there now. It's just inside of that field, so I have one more round to go around that field, and then it's ups and downs. So Father Phil will be finishing that because he'll be coming back on Saturday to do that, and I'll be staying in the UK, see all Liv's family. It'll be the last chance to see them before silage starts, because the first silage has been booked in a few weeks now, so it's time to be getting round to it, and won't find it coming. So yeah, I'm just going to back it into the shed here. Hopefully I can fit in. I might have to fold up to fit in. But yeah, that's really it. So when it comes to, this is the last farm that this drill has to do. Then we have 2 more mini till situations that will put in another, it might be 20 acres. There's about 25 acres altogether going with that, 29 acres. And then we may have one pass drill to put in the rest, or we may go back with this. We don't know, we're waiting to see what happens. But yeah, that's really it. So first sowing video, I think I done alright, but I suppose we won't know until it comes up, and obviously you will see it. And the first field we done is right beside the main road between Killashee and Longford. So if I've missed anything or anything went wrong with me at all, it's there for everybody to see. It cannot be hidden. So anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the autosteer, there'll be a link in the description down below to Farm Team. That's where I got it. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.